Setting pens again, the story of the 1992 Stanley Cup playoffs. The year began with historic overtones as the NHL celebrated its 75th anniversary. It was to be a season of achievement and a season of change. Of particular importance, a players' strike was resolved in time to allow the crowning glory of the hockey year, the playoffs, to proceed. The opening round of the 1992 playoffs was a record setter. 6 of the 8 series were extended to a 7th game, a record for an entire playoff year. When it came to the divisional semifinals, the playoffs were already in 7th heaven.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 64th 7th game in Stanley Cup playoff history.
Nothing like the magic of Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
One team will be finished tonight for the season, and the other team will go on into the second round.
Could be the 7th game. Would you be happy? They're here. This is it. Winner take all.
This place is absolute bedlam.
This place is rocking. One of the 6 series that went to 7 games was in the Patrick Division, where the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils met for the first time in the playoffs. Though the Rangers finished the regular season first overall, they had a devil of a time with New Jersey, taking the full 7 to oust their Cross River rivals. In the Norris Division, a 7-game series between Minnesota and Detroit. But history of another sort was made in Game 6 when the ending of a playoff game was decided by a video goal judge. Upon video review, Sergei Fedorov's shot was declared a goal, ending the game in Detroit's favor. Having led the division during the regular season, the Red Wings were rallying from a 3-1 deficit and would go on to deny the North Stars a chance to repeat as Cinderellas by eliminating them in Game 7. A similar situation in the Smythe Division, where the first-place Vancouver Canucks found themselves down 3-1 to the Winnipeg Jets. The Canucks had just finished their first winning season in 16 years, and they fought back to take games 5, 6, and 7, getting a big boost from Rookie of the Year Pavel Bure. Elsewhere in the Smythe Division, the Kings and Oilers series was one of the 2 matchups that failed to go the full distance. Emotional as always, the series was dominated by Joe Murphy, who had 12 points in 6 games as Edmonton conquered the Kings for the 3rd straight time in 4 years. In the Adams Division, the Boston Bruins got a big goal late in Game 7 to eliminate the Buffalo Sabres.
Knocked outside the line. Had a break on the left. It is Reed coming in. Shot! Scores! Dave Reed makes it 3-2 Boston!
But the drama of that Adams series was surpassed by the Montreal-Hartford pairing, where the upstart Whalers took the Canadiens into double overtime of the 7th game.
Force it to Dion quickly. Corknell can't pull the trigger. Gets it out there. They score! Ross Corknell at 5:26 on the second overtime period.
On now to the 2 matchups that involved the 2 teams that would make it to the championship round. One was the Chicago Blackhawks, who began their Stanley Cup campaign against the St. Louis Blues. Taking on the Blues meant taking on Brett Hull, and the Blackhawks knew what they were up against in facing hockey's leading goal scorer.
He creates his own opportunities, always manages to get in the right spot at the right time. It's just all timing for him, and you have to be aware when he's on the ice. I think everybody knows, when they're on the ice with him, as soon as they get the puck, we turn the puck over, we got to be looking for him.
He's a very special player in this league. There's very few guys that have ever played the game that have been able to maintain the scoring abilities that he has, a goal a game for 3 or 4 years now. I mean, he's always a danger in our end, and we do give him preferential treatment.
The Blackhawks held Hull to 1 goal while splitting the first 2 games at home. In Game 3 in St. Louis, the Hawks continued to have success against the Golden Bret through regulation and 1 overtime period. But in double OT, Hull came up huge.
Leads Hedican. Bouncing it over the line. Bassett moves in. Center one. Hull fires. Blues win. Blues win. Brett Hull on a mattress pass from Bobby Bassett. Smoked it right through Dominic Hasek. And the Blues win the game and lead the series now 2-1.
Mike Keenan remembered that the Blackhawks had a hasty first-round exit last year, but that wasn't going to happen again, and Jeremy Roenick was a big reason why. Roenick had a goal and an assist in Chicago's Game 4 victory, was benched during a win in Game 5, and bounced back to dominate Game 6.
Chelios motors into the blue zone. A one-hand pass taken by Roenick. Around and check, fires, he scores! Jeremy Roenick off a great setup by Chris Chelios. Roenick scores his second of the game. It's 2-0 Hawks.
2 goals from Roenick in the eventual 2-1 Chicago win to clinch the series in 6. It marked the 7th time in 8 tries that the Blues had fallen to the Blackhawks in the playoffs. In the other matchup that involved a team that would make it to the finals, the defending champion Pittsburgh Penguins were having a lot of problems with the Washington Capitals. Playing without Mario Lemieux in Game 1 and most of Game 2, the Pens dropped both contests in Washington, where the Caps got 5 points from Peter Bondra. But Mario came storming back in Game 3. Despite a sore shoulder, Lemieux hammered the Caps, racking up 3 goals and 3 assists in Pittsburgh's 6-4 victory. The win prevented the Caps from going up 3-0, and it marked Scotty Bowman's 115th postseason win, making him the winningest playoff coach of all time. Game 4 was the Dino Ciccarelli show. Ciccarelli ignited the Caps with 4 goals in a 7-2 victory. The Capitals were now 1 win away from the division finals, just as the Penguins were a loss away from being iced. But the Pens were really just warming up.
Line held in check. Pardon the punt. Here's a break for Yager. All alone. Yager walks in, scores! Beating down Beaufret. 4-2 Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh was still alive.
Yes, yes, yes!
Like we said at the beginning, we said we're just going to start a new playoff now. You know, we haven't started yet. We feel that we're just going to keep going, and this thing's far from over, and we're not in any great position right now, but we're in a position all we do is want a shot, and that's what we got.
In Game 6, Washington held a 4-2 second-period lead, but the Penguins, in one of their many comebacks of the spring, rattled off the next 4 goals, and the series was tied, Mario Lemieux posting a 5-point night. At home for Game 7, the Capitals, the regular season second-place overall team, still had a chance to salvage the series. But their hopes were dashed as the Penguins became the 3rd team this year to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
It's over. The Pittsburgh Penguins defeat the Washington Capitals and advance to the Patrick Division Final against the New York Rangers.
With 17 points in 6 games, Mario Lemieux had given the champions a chance to repeat. Now on to the next round. The finals in the Patrick, Adams, Norris, and Smythe division. Though the Edmonton Oilers dynasty of the 80s has been overhauled, postseason success remains a constant. The Oilers gave the first-place Canucks more than they could handle. Leading the way was the playoffs' top scorer at the time, Joe Murphy. With 11 points, Murphy helped the Oilers oust the Canucks in 6 games, as Edmonton won the Smythe Division title for the 8th time in 10 years. The Montreal Canadiens won the Adams Division during the regular season, but their ouster from the playoffs would be abrupt. Andy Moog backstopped a sweep, and the Bruins were on their way to the Wales Championship for the 4th time in 5 years. In the Patrick Division, the first-place Rangers and the defending champion Penguins. In Game 1, the Pens came out on top 4-2. In Game 2, Adam Graves' slash sends Mario Lemieux to the sidelines with an injured hand. In the same game, Joel Mullen suffers a knee injury. The Rangers come from behind in the 3rd period to get the win and tie the series at 1 apiece. Mario Lemieux's broken hand is the most talked-about injury in hockey. Meanwhile, the Rangers win in Pittsburgh on Chris King's overtime goal to take the series lead. Adam Graves has been suspended for 4 games, but the Rangers press on. Mark Messier, with injuries of his own, gives his club a 4-2 third-period lead. New York appears in command, but then Ron Francis comes to the fore.
Teams at full strength. Francis, big shot. Score! Right through Richter. Oh, what a turnaround. And suddenly the Penguins have life.
Yager drives back to the net. That long centering pass and score!
Two Penguins goals in the space of a minute 15 had tied the game and would send it to overtime. In OT, the Rangers drew a penalty, and the Pens were quick to take advantage.
Down. Stevens reaching for the puck. Messier is there. He's got it. He's tied up by Murphy. A shot. Score!
A remarkable evening for Pittsburgh and Ron Francis, whose hat trick concluded with the winner. Coming back again, the Penguins got a great lift from Francis.
Right now, it's you couldn't have picked a better time to step up and be the leader here, and you know, we needed him to do that. You know, we know some guys are going to score goals for us and help out, but for Ronnie to come in and do the job he's done has just been great for our team, and it's been great for him.
In Game 5 in New York, the Penguins prepared to take the measure of the Rangers. The series was now even, and a victory was crucial. In the third period, Mike Gartner's 8th goal of the playoffs tied the game at 2 apiece. But later, the turning point came on a great individual effort from Pittsburgh's 20-year-old right wing.
Yager all the way. He scores! Jaromir Jagr with a brilliant move, and the Penguins lead 3-2.
Scoring one of his many breathtaking goals this spring, Jaromir Jagr had put the Rangers near elimination. 3-2 Penguins the score of the game, 3-2 Penguins the standing of the series.
Even though they have the advantage, it's still match play, and we have to win the next 2 holes.
Summer would come all too early for one of these two clubs, and it would be the Rangers who already carried the weight of 51 years of playoff frustrations. In Game 6, the Penguins continued to fill the scoring breach despite the absence of Lemieux and Mullen.
Yager with a chance. He scores! Yager found it, controlled it, and scored it. McEachern keeps it alive. Comes around the net, puts it in front, blocked by Leach, coming back. Backhander, score! Sean McEachern, his first ever NHL goal! Pittsburgh leads 3-1.
Tom Barrasso stopped 33 shots, and the Penguins had a return date with Boston. In winning the division, the Penguins had eliminated number 2 Washington and number 1 New York. Now let's check out a Stanley Cup profile on Pittsburgh's Jaromir Jagr. He's 20 years old, he's from Czechoslovakia, and he was selected 5th overall in the 1990 entry draft.
The Pittsburgh Penguins select from Kladno, Czechoslovakia, Jaromir Jagr.
This 6'2", 200-pound teenager soon made some man-sized contributions in Pittsburgh. Last year, he helped the Penguins to their first Stanley Cup. This year, voted an All-Star.
At right wing from the Pittsburgh Penguins, a member of the 91 All-Rookie team, number 68, Jaromir Jagr.
Not too bad a debut in the National Hockey League. Tall and talented, and the name Jaromir is an anagram for Mario Jr. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? His teammates have noticed the resemblance.
You see him out there in practice and games, just better every day, and slowly molding into a Mario.
Here's Jagr and Lemieux back 2-on-1 now. Lemieux takes a pass, goes to Jagr, he's in front, back to Lemieux, he's there. Hey! Shoots and scored! Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins the lead, 4-3. Oh, call Arnold slick from Turtle Creek.
I never will be like him, his best is unbelievable. I try to look at him when I practice on a game. I try to do the same thing what he did.
Jagr with a head of steam down the left side. The big youngster, look at the moves, cuts in. It completes the play. It's tied 6-6. Oh boy, what a talent. Everybody in the league loves to watch Jaromir Jagr.
Well, he's going to be probably the best player in the world in a couple of years. He's got all the tools to be the best in the world. He works hard after practice. He stays out there, practice on his weaknesses, and a couple more years, he's probably going to be the guy in the National Hockey League.
A big part of the Pittsburgh Penguins' success, Jaromir Jagr. In the Norris Division Finals, Ed Belfour kept an eagle eye on the Detroit Red Wings in a series that promised to be hard-fought. The Red Wings off on the wrong foot starting with Game 1, unable to fool the Chicago Blackhawks into taking retaliation penalties. The result, a pair of losses.
And this game is in the books, and the Hawks have stolen away home ice advantage. And now it's official. The Hawks lead in the series 2-0. Tonight, a 3-1 victory.
In Chicago, the Blackhawks were riding a 5-game win streak as they faced Detroit in Game 3. In the waning minutes of the third period, the end of a 4-4 tie.
Graham on the far side. Shot it into the near corner. Hudson. Hacks at it, then Kravchuk is up, they score! Dirk Graham tips it in! And with just under 5 minutes left in the third, the Hawks are back in front 5-4.
A perfect pass from Igor Kravchuk and a perfect deflection from Dirk Graham. The Blackhawk roll was up to 6 and counting. Trailing Chicago 3-0, the Wings certainly faced an uphill climb. That and the prospect of goaltender Ed Belfour in the nets were more than Detroit could surpass despite some serious opportunities.
Gets it out to the point. Eberstein drives the shot. Belfour save, rebound. Primo is stopped. Oh, and Belfour just covers up.
Again, another late game struggle. This time, nothing in the third period. Again, Chicago finding a way to get the better of Detroit. The hero in this one, Brent Sutter.
Look out, Gilbert. In front. Score!
With just 1:34 left, Brent Sutter delivered the clincher. Swept in 4, the Wings managed only a total of 6 goals against Ed Belfour. For the third time in 4 years, the Blackhawks had won the Norris. Now a Stanley Cup profile on Chicago's young superstar, Jeremy Roenick.
Jeremy Roenick. Oh, what a play by Jeremy Roenick. 3 goals for Roenick. He really got leveled.
You have to love the way he plays the game.
JR gets the game-winning goal, a tough chance.
That'll make every highlight film.
Jeremy Roenick.
He loves to play the game. He loves when the game is on the line, and he obviously loves the fans.
People in Chicago are the greatest fans in the world. I mean, they probably look at you as their own sons or whatever. Each person in that rink, and I think it's pretty special, and it's something that I think the fans should be excited about going to a hockey game. They should see excitement. They should get excited, and things like that. I think makes them want to come back to the stadium.
A first-round draft choice in 1988, the Chicago Blackhawks knew Jeremy Roenick was going to be good. The only question was how good. Having averaged nearly 100 points over the past 2 seasons, Roenick gets a great report card from his teammates.
He's young, he's got speed, and he really is taking the puck and going with it and taking it to the net and trying guys one-on-one and beating them. And, when he's just playing with a lot of confidence.
He just started believing in himself, and he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the top players in the NHL. And I think he's just going to get better.
He's in a class by himself right now. He's a guy that should be talked about for the MVP of the league. He's a guy that the Blackhawks would have a lot of trouble without. He's scoring big goals for us. He's playing tough. He's doing everything that's asked of him. He's got a great attitude. For a kid that's 21 years old or 22 years old now, I guess he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders to carry a club the way he has, and there's no doubt that he's got to be talked about more and more for the MVP in this league.
Boston-born Jeremy Roenick now belongs to Chicago, and it's where he loves to entertain.
You're paid to make the fans happy. I mean, they come to watch you. They pay good money to come watch, the sport like this, and you have to go out. You have to give 150%. People are going to come watch us play. They expect excitement. They expect hard work, and they expect the team to win.
Now on to the Campbell Conference Championship, the Edmonton Oilers versus the Chicago Blackhawks. History has not been kind to the Chicago Blackhawks. In 3 previous playoff meetings, the Hawks were winless against the Edmonton Oilers. But this current edition of Blackhawks were less concerned with the past and more concerned with a surprising young Edmonton club. Game 1 proved to be a high-scoring affair as long as the puck stayed in sight, which at one point was of concern to everybody.
Who's got the puck, boys? One of you has got it, said the lineman.
Belfour's checking his pad.
That guy that's got it, he's going to the penalty box. Belfour says, I'm looking down my right pad.
In Game 1, Chicago found the puck more often, beating Edmonton 8-2. The Blackhawks set a franchise record with their 8th straight playoff win as they handed the Oilers their worst postseason loss in 11 years. In Game 2, the hit parade kept rolling. The Hawks upped their streak to 9 with a third-period blitz that won the game.
Rebound held into Larmer, cutting in the shot. They score! Tipped in by Michel Goulet! Here's a steal by Mateau as he lost his check, moving in. He scored! And it's 4-2 Chicago. And Blackhawk fans have got to be feeling, looking at this game, this may be their year.
Perhaps to win the Stanley Cup for the first time in 31 seasons. On to Edmonton for Game 3, where a May snowstorm is not uncommon, nor are heroics from Jeremy Roenick, who won this contest in overtime.
Now Goulet held it in. Got it around the board. Chelios centered one. They score! Hawks win! Jeremy Roenick tipped it in! Hawks win in overtime! They lead the series now 3-0.
It's an extremely great feeling when you know that there are 25 guys that are committed to working hard, to working for one specific goal. And we've been doing that ever since we started the playoffs. And, you know, it's paying off right now.
At least we showed up tonight and showed a better effort, worked hard. But a great kid made a great play and won the game for the Hawks.
In Game 4, Chicago broke the 1970 Boston Bruins record for most consecutive wins in a playoff year.
And the Hawks zone, but here's a breakaway for Newton. He shoots, he scores! And the Hawks lead 5-0. No team has ever won 11 straight playoff games until now. And the Blackhawks will make their first appearance in the Stanley Cup Finals in 19 years.
Completing a second sweep, all of Mike Keenan's Blackhawks had earned their trip to the championship round. Now the Wales Conference Championship, the Boston Bruins versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hand injury is a factor in this series. Boston's Ray Bourque out with a broken finger. Pittsburgh's Mario Lemieux still out with a broken hand. In Game 1, the Bruins got the better of the play, but the Pens got the better of the score thanks to Jaromir Jagr.
Here's Jagr driving across the line, comes in on goal. Jagr shoots, he scores!
Jagr delivered in overtime, beating the Bruins with his 4th game winner of the postseason. In Game 2, a surprise. Mario Lemieux returned to the lineup, as did Raymond Bourque. Lemieux, sidelined for 2 weeks, picked up where he left off.
Mario Lemieux makes the play to the corner. Watch Rick Tocchet. Makes the first pass and then goes to the net. And there he is.
After the second power play, I decided that the hand was good enough to get in traffic a little more. And, you know, I was once again surprised that it went that well.
Now Mario centered it. Stevens to Mario. Scores! That will get the crowd going. Their hero is back.
When you're playing against Mario Lemieux, you better have a plan for him. We had a plan set aside for him, and we did what we could against him. But he's a tremendous player, so he's gonna hurt you.
In Game 3, it was a Boston native's chance to provide the pain. The Bruins suffered the homecoming of Kevin Stevens, who broke a mini slump with some dazzling help from his friend.
Up comes Mario Lemieux with the puck. Look at this. Jagr score! Mario, Stevens, and Jagr. Major penalty is over now. Jagr, Lemieux, score! And number 4 tonight for Kevin Stevens.
Stevens racked up 3 goals in less than 6 minutes of the first period, en route to his 4-goal night. The Bruins were in danger of being swept, frustrating for Boston great Cam Neely, still recovering from knee surgery. Though the Bruins had gotten a lift from an infusion of players following the Winter Olympics, there was little they could do against Pittsburgh's overwhelming talent.
Look at this. Mario Lemieux coming to center, trying to fool Bourque, and does! Look out! Scores! Have you ever seen such finesse?
Pittsburgh swept its Wales Conference rematch with Boston. The Pens now had their chance to do it again in the Stanley Cup Finals. 2 teams for the Stanley Cup, the Chicago Blackhawks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The final series would begin in the city of the Three Rivers, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where Penguins fans had steeled themselves to a season of ups and downs. But now, with their club looking to repeat its championship of last year, Pittsburghers were hoping to put the icing on the cake. At practice the day before Game 1, there was ample opportunity to reflect on all that the Penguins had been through this season to reach the finals. They began the season with Scotty Bowman filling in as interim head coach, while the man who led the club to last year's crown, Bob Johnson, struggled with cancer. In November, Johnson would succumb to that terrible disease.
We planned to carry on, and his goal was to win Stanley Cups, and we're going to go on with that goal of his, and totally have Bob's memory in the back of our minds at all times.
A man of boundless enthusiasm, Bob Johnson, the old Wisconsin Badger, had left his imprint on Pittsburgh.
The way he came in the city changed everything around, brought a positive attitude to the team, which we needed for many years. And he was just a great person, and to lose him after winning the Stanley Cup was hard on everybody, not only the players, but also the fans in Pittsburgh.
Also during the year, the club was sold to a group led by Howard Baldwin, and two of its leading scorers, Paul Coffey and Mark Recchi, were traded in a three-way deal that brought Rick Tocchet, Shel Samuelson, and Ken Reggett to Pittsburgh from Philadelphia. In all, it was a year of considerable change, but throughout, the Penguins held together, overcoming the death of their coach and injuries to star players. Dealing with upheaval, the Penguins had returned to Hockey's showcase. The road taken to the finals by the Chicago Blackhawks had a drama all its own. Ironically, both Pittsburgh and Chicago finished the year with 87 points. For the Hawks, that was a far cry from last season when they won the President's Trophy with 106 points, only to be eliminated by upstart Minnesota. The loss stayed with the Hawks all year.
They'll count down the second to an incredible upset by the Minnesota North Stars.
What destroyed us last year in the playoffs has really helped us this year. I think we've learned from our mistakes past playoffs, and the one thing I think that's really helped us this year is we've played with a lot of composure and a lot of discipline, and we've stayed away from the stupid penalties.
Winning experience came to Chicago in deals for Steve Smith and Brent Sutter, 2 of 16 trades made by Mike Keenan.
After we had the quick exit in the playoffs, we decided to move forward and make some more adjustments and some more changes to change the nucleus a little bit and to try to get more experienced playoff players in our locker room, which we were able to do.
It had taken a long time, since 1973, but now the Blackhawks were back in the Stanley Cup Finals. The city of Pittsburgh's excited on Tuesday, May 26th. That's the day of Game 1. Making comparisons to the Steelers of the 70s, Penguins fans are optimistic that their team will prove victorious over that hard-driving club from Chicago.
So we just want to welcome all of you people to Pittsburgh to watch Pittsburgh sweep Chicago.
Badger Bob is with us tonight. He sits in heaven on a big Stanley Cup throne. He's wearing a Mario Lemieux hat, a big long white robe, sandaled shoes, and he's smiling his butt off. Go Pens.
In the fleeting moments of the pregame warm-ups, a last chance for adjustments. The Blackhawks, winners of their last 11. The Penguins on a 7-game roll. Chicago, defensive specialists. Pittsburgh, the highest-scoring club in the league. Two teams well aware of the other.
Well, they're playing very well. They just won 11 games in a row, and we saw them on TV playing very well. They got a great defensive team and a great system, and they're certainly going to be tough to beat in the finals.
We've played some good hockey up until now, but we've got to step up a little bit higher. They're probably the most talented offensive team, the most talented team that we've faced this year during the playoffs. So it's going to take a lot.
I expect Chicago to do the things that they did well against Edmonton, Detroit, and St. Louis.
First series is Hull, and second series Yzerman and Fedorov, and last series Murphy, Danfoos, and Nichols. So our key's been our forecheck. They get on the defenseman, and enables us to get in, and they aren't able to get the quick breakout passes or get the room in neutral zone. And if we could continue to do that, and get on their defensemen and play the body, it'll make it all that much tougher on their forwards.
These guys forecheck like nobody in the league, and they hit everybody in sight. And, that style is a great style, but there is a few weaknesses to it, and we're going to have to exploit them.
They're going to practice and practice, but it's going to be a heck of a lot faster in the game when we're coming.
Will the Penguins be able to counter the Blackhawks' forecheck? A critical question as the two teams prepare to play for the Stanley Cup. First awarded in 1893, it is the oldest trophy competed for by professional athletes in North America. From the opening faceoff, Chicago is looking to get its aggressive game in gear. Up-tempo effort soon pays off in a holding penalty, allowing the Blackhawks to turn it up a notch with their first power play of the night.
Here we go! In and on him! In and on him now! Come on, Red!
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Now!
Chelios coming up there. Chelios scores! Chelios just walked in and took the shot. Barrasso got a piece of it, but not enough, and it's 1-0 on that power play goal.
That was Chelios' 6th postseason goal, but the Hawks are just getting started. They keep coming. Hard work in the corners, double teaming the puck, and the results are impressive. In the 14th minute, more of the same.
In front of the net, a shot scored! The shot by Goulet, a giveaway right in front of the net, and he hit the lower left-hand corner, 2-0.
Turnovers off the forecheck. It's the Hawks' most powerful weapon offensively, and here's two good examples of it. Chelios first, then Smith, then Goulet finishes it off.
Thus far, the Penguins are having a tough time adjusting to Chicago's game, and just seconds later it gets tougher as the Hawks close in on the Pittsburgh net.
Chelios stopping it, winding up. Didn't get much on it. Loose puck. Score! Chicago! Dirk Graham on a loose puck. 3-0.
3 goals in less than 14 minutes. A shocking start to this game. Late in the first period, Penguins coach Scotty Bowman calls timeout after a Chicago penalty. And the strategy session results in a power play goal scored by Phil Bourque. Getting on the board, the Penguins have given themselves something to build on. In the second period, the Blackhawks did their best to blunt any Pittsburgh momentum, restoring their 3-goal lead with Brent Sutter's tally at 11:36. But shortly thereafter, a change takes place. The Penguins become the aggressors, and though trailing by 3, take control in the Chicago end.
Seconds left on this power play. McEachern striding in, dropping it back to Lemieux, who centered it. Comes back to Stanton. Stanton into the corner with it. Back to Stanton. Penalty over. Score!
Rick Tocchet, a key addition since coming over from the rival Flyers in February, has narrowed the margin to 2. Less than a minute later, Mario Lemieux cuts it further with all the virtuoso finesse of a billiards champ.
Now he's up there carrying it in. Can't handle it cleanly. Reaching forward and got it again. Centered in front of it. He scores! Mario Lemieux banked it in.
Now it's a 1-goal game. Lemieux's bank shot off the back of Ed Belfour's leg has brought the Penguins closer. Mario's first goal of the finals is his 12th of the postseason. In the third period, it's hard to blame the Penguins fans if they feel all shook up. The Pens are in the process of a king-size comeback. As a team, they're hopeful that Chicago's key players will wear down, especially under the pressure of defending a 1-goal lead.
They'll still tire out. They're only human.
With 5 minutes to go in the game and Chicago leading 4-3, Jaromir Jagr begins one of the Stanley Cup's more memorable excursions.
Here's Jagr with the puck. Jagr, nice move around Brent Sutter to the backhand. Let's it go, he scores!
Jaromir Jagr, his ability to make the great individual play increases daily. Jagr's journey across the slot has confounded the Blackhawks and tied the game at 15:05 of the third period. But Jagr's effort is just a prelude to greater drama ahead. With 18 seconds left in the third period, Steve Smith is whistled for hooking Mario Lemieux. The Penguins now have a power play and a face-off in the Chicago end, and the rest is remarkable.
To Sutter, visitor puts the stick down first. Francis won the draw. Murphy with a shot. The rebound. They score! Lemieux!
Who else but Mario Lemieux? Clutch goals like that confirm his status as the leading player in hockey. With 13 seconds left, Mario came through, netting the rebound of Larry Murphy's shot. The Penguins are the first club in 48 years to come back from a 3-goal deficit and win a finals game. Afterwards, both teams seemed a little stunned.
The Penguins just kept coming at us, and they just didn't give up. They stuck to their game plan. They kept forechecking. They kept coming at us hard and didn't allow us any breathing room right till the end of the game. And they had some opportunities. They capitalized on them.
We seem to get ourselves in a little bit of holes, and we do that. It's it's just a credit to the guys in this team. Guys go out and they work their butts off and just keep going and going and going. And it's you don't know what to think about it while you're doing it, but when it's done, it's a sweet feeling.
The sweet feeling is what it's all about, especially the sweetest feeling of all, winning the Stanley Cup. Neither team lacks motivation when it comes to hockey's holy grail.
I'm really fortunate to be in my home city and to be in this position, and I'd want to win it anywhere, but for me it's really special. The people in Chicago, it's been a long time, and hopefully we're due.
The Stanley Cup to me right now is the ultimate goal to win, and I don't know what I'll do if I win it. We got a great chance, and it's hard to describe the feeling.
I grew up playing this game, and since I was 3 years old, I've been skating around, and since I was 8 or 9, knowing what the Stanley Cup was, watching, all the greats like Wayne Gretzky carrying the cup and Mike Bossy, guys like that, just the overall feeling of watching it was incredible. But let alone win it, I couldn't even imagine it. So. I think ever since I've known what the Stanley Cup was, I've wanted to win it.
I got a taste of it last year. I want to come back this year, and especially having the opportunity to play in the final again. I'll do whatever it takes to win another cup.
It's everything. It's relating maybe the American person to the Canadian person. It's like the Super Bowl or the World Series. So it's everything you dream about. It's everything you want to do. And once you get here, it's nice to enjoy it and have fun with it and give it the best effort you have.
Afternoon rush hour on the day of Game 2. A city in love with its hockey team is feeling good about itself and the Stanley Cup.
It's a great day, it's a great day for hockey, for hockey. It's a hockey night, it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day, it's a great day for hockey, for hockey. It's a hockey night, it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
Before Game 2, the crowd is still buzzing about Pittsburgh's miracle comeback of 2 nights before. Whether similar drama is in store remains to be seen, but one fact is clear. Chicago's winning streak is over at 11, and the Penguins, whose own streak is now at 8, are up 1-0. Chicago can ill afford another loss.
Since 1939, one of the teams in the finals has got up 2-0 like Pittsburgh could with a win, and only 3 times of those 35 times has the team that was down 2-0 come back to win the cup. So if the Hawks lose tonight and have to win 4 out of 5, the odds are very much against them.
In facing the Penguins, the Blackhawks hope to pick up where they left off the other night, in the first period that is, getting back to the aggressive forechecking and hitting game.
Come on, Red. Right at him in here, boys.
But from the opening draw, it's clear that both teams have planned a physical game.
Keep rolling, guys. It's coming. Okay, boys. That's a good start. Let's keep going. Roll it, boys.
8 minutes into the game, Chicago pressure results in a great opportunity for the Blackhawks.
Penalty coming up against Pittsburgh.
Paul Stanley, 2 minutes for tripping, 2 minutes for delay of game.
Okay, big kill here, Wade. Big kill here. Here we go.
Paul Stanton's double minor has put the weight on the Penguin penalty killers, but Bob Airey is ready. In the lineup for his second game after missing 6 with a shoulder injury, Airey is about to hit the spot with a crucial play.
Here's a break at center. Coming in. Airey scores! Chicago on a power play, but Bob Airey scores shorthanded for Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Yielding a shorthanded goal isn't exactly the way the Blackhawks wanted to start, and their concern is evident.
Boys, turn it up. Let's turn it up, Red. They're flat.
Chicago outshoots the Penguins 11-8 in the first period, but the score remains 1-0 Pittsburgh at its end. In the second period, Mike Keenan gives reserves Mike Peluso and Stu Grimson increased ice time over the likes of Jeremy Roenick and Steve Larmer as the Hawks try to shake things up. In this context, Brian Marchment generates Chicago's only effective offense. Marchment's first goal of the postseason ties the game near the period's midway point. The Penguins aren't happy to lose their lead, but there are alternatives, like calling on the number one line of Mario Lemieux, Kevin Stevens, and Rick Tocchet. The addition of Tocchet has been big in Pittsburgh.
What we got here, Scotty? Mario, Kevin, Rick Tocchet.
Rick Tocchet's come in here and just done a great job. He's a great hockey player. Everybody know what he did in Philly, and to have him to come to Pittsburgh and you know that there's a lot of talent around him and help him score a goal. He doesn't have to be counted on to score a goal every time he goes out in the ice.
My rule is pretty simple with this line. Just getting the puck up, working the corners, and obviously Mario is a premier player, the best player in the world, and he's got to be protected too.
In the space of 2.5 minutes, Rick Tocchet and Mario Lemieux combine on 2 goals. 2 goals that mean the game.
Tocchet near the blue line. In off the boards for Stevens. Now Tocchet follows up. Lemieux scores! Mario Lemieux one-times it. And Pittsburgh leads.
First goal that I scored, actually Kevin Stevens made a great play in the corner to take the puck away. Then Rick Tocchet got it to me, and I got good wood on it. Went upstairs again on Belfour. And the second one was a great play by Rick Tocchet. Gave me the puck in the slot. Kind of a similar goal.
Got back, but too late for Tocchet. Lemieux scores! Mario Lemieux from Tocchet again. 3-1.
Tocchet again creating the opportunity and getting the puck to his centerman. Tocchet knows where to put it, back to the big fella. And again with that great quick release, Lemieux makes it 3-1.
That's the way the night will finish. The Blackhawks able to get off only 8 shots over the last 2 periods. Full marks to the Penguins, who controlled every aspect of the game and appear to have the series in control.
16,164 giving their team a send-off as they go to Chicago. 2 games up.
So it's on to the city of the broad shoulders, the magnificent mile, and the friendly smile. On to the city of Chicago. At Chicago Stadium, Blackhawk fans are eager for the chance to see their team play in the Stanley Cup Final.
We'll rock this house and burn it down at least. We want one. We want one. Yeah. We'll start with 1. And I want to hear some noise in the stands.
There is no other building in pro sport with an atmosphere like Chicago Stadium, and if you can't get pumped to play in this building, you can't get pumped to play anywhere.
This is what Chicago's been waiting for. And Game 3 brings out all the wild enthusiasm. And the decibel level is off the meter for one of the most inspiring moments in sports. Game 3 will prove to be a tight checking affair. The emphasis is on defense and goaltending as both teams work to find an opening. Chicago's Ed Belfour faces up to the powerful Penguins.
Francis poked it down for Tocchet. Stevens is coming up. Stevens stopped by Belfour. That one looked like it might have been a goal.
It wasn't, but one that was certainly deceptive. Pens on the attack.
Help them! Help them!
Pittsburgh on the draw. Pack shot. Deflected. Score! Jim Pack shot it from the blue line, and it hit a stick before it got to the net. And Pittsburgh gets the first goal. 1-0.
The goal was credited to Kevin Stevens, a very important goal at that. The Blackhawks enter the second period trailing 1-0. Since the first period of Game 1, they have only scored twice. Their problems were compounded after Game 2 when it was announced that Jeremy Roenick had suffered a broken thumb. Nevertheless, Roenick is in the lineup, taking a regular shift and going at the Pittsburgh net with all he's got.
Here comes Roenick. Cut for the net. Roenick, the shot. Barrasso!
For his part, a flawless Tom Barrasso is turning back Roenick and everything else Chicago sends his way.
Noonan gets the Penguin line. He walks around and check right into Barrasso!
Chelios to Brown. He's got a good shot. Noonan couldn't get one by Barrasso.
Chelios around to check. Sanded it. Goulet! Big save by Barrasso!
Scotty Bowman has reason to be proud. Ulf Samuelsson, Larry Murphy, Shell Samuelsson, and Tom Barrasso have led the way to Pittsburgh's 1-0 win. The Blackhawks, scoreless for the last 90 minutes of hockey, are in trouble.
We did the job. That's what it's all about. Luck is where hard work meets opportunity, and we worked hard. We did all the things we needed to win tonight. We got kind of a fluky goal, and we played solid when we needed to defensively, particularly late in the game.
When you think of Pittsburgh Penguins, you think of offense, and to win 1-0, you got to be. You got to have a good defensive sound team, and the defense and the goalies played well, and the forwards came back. I'm really proud to be part of that.
Blackhawk fate hanging in the balance prior to Game 4. This is the future site of the new Chicago Stadium, which in 1994 will replace this hallowed West Madison Street structure. But hockey fans in Chicago are more concerned with the present, and though the Hawks are up against it, the mood remains cheerfully optimistic.
No chance. Taking them in 7. I'm telling you right now, we're taking them in 7. Blackhawks. Very unlucky.
5 games. Now we'll let you win one. We'll let you win one. We're all cherry pickers.
Never say die. Here we go, White. Come on, boys. Come on, lads.
It's been 50 years since the one and only time a team has come back from a 3-0 deficit. But Chicago fans are not discouraged. And for their part, the Pens are ready to do it again, eager to reclaim their crown.
Here we go.
The Blackhawks are looking to put their best game on the ice, understanding full well that Pittsburgh will do the same. There is a mood of excitement and expectation as the sellout crowd of more than 18,000 settles in. Both teams are about to put it all on the line, and it doesn't take long for things to happen.
Don't run, boys. Work hard here. Don't run. Take the hit if it's there.
And the Hawks' Chris Chelios comes up. Stevens will belt him, and off the puck he goes. Penguins whack it right back into the Chicago net area. Eddie Belfour leaves it near side. Yarmer, Yager, Maloney, and Trunty of the trio. Yager with a shot. He shoots and scores from the right wing circle, and the Penguins take a 1-0 lead. Oh, scratch my back with a hacksaw. What a vicious wrist shot by Yarmer Yager. And the Penguins take an early 1-0 lead here in Chicago.
Yager's goal came just a minute 37 in, and 5 minutes later, a record-setting 30-second explosion got underway.
Graham into the Penguins. Here comes to the backhander stop. Rebound score. Kirk Graham got his own rebound back. And the Chicago Blackhawks have tied the game at 1.
Barrasso stopped the first shot. The rebound came out and hit a skate or something, went right back into the net.
Dirk Graham finally gets one by Barrasso here in Chicago, and the Hawks have tied the game. And here's Lemieux now, and Tocchet teaming up. Lemieux to the right side of Kevin Stevens, cuts around in on Busquets. Backhander, he shoots and scores. Kevin Stevens gets it right back. Oh, look out, Loretta. The Penguins have taken the lead, 2-1, 12 seconds after Graham had scored.
And this off Mike Keenan's lips, Dominic. And here comes Dominik Hasek, the Czechoslovakian goaltender. Belfour looking as if he's fighting the puck again. And that'll be all for him, at least for now. Keenan has been known to play musical goaltenders and send his goalies back in after pulling him in situations like this. He plays that butterfly style also, and he'll also put that stick flush to the ice, lay it down across his pads to block shots between the legs, and the style is similar to Eddie Belfour's in that regard.
Hasek was an 11th round draft choice of the Blackhawks back in 1983 when it wasn't real fashionable to draft people. Now in front, here's Graham tying the game as he got open in front. And Dirk Graham gets his second, and we're off and running again. We're tied at 2. Do you believe this? 30 seconds, 3 goals.
I'll tell you, the guy that's putting things up on the scoreboard doesn't even have time to punch them into the computer. They're coming so fast.
3 goals in 30 seconds, a new finals record. But the scoring's not over as a Chicago penalty gives the Pittsburgh power play, 3 for 15 thus far, a chance to connect.
Lemieux into the Chicago end, pulls back, good drop pass to Murphy, a slap shot, never got to the net, now it's free in front, score! Lemieux, he gives the Penguins a lead. Off Hasek and Lemieux drills it home on the rebound. And the Penguins have a 3-2 lead. Oh, she wants to sell my monkey.
Though down again, the Blackhawks still regain their focus. As always, Captain Dirk Graham leads the way.
Top of the hash marks a little bit. That's strong side point. When it's on strong side, if it's in the corner, it's easy if you come right out in your D and have a stick on them, you know what I mean? It makes it a lot easier. Come on, boys.
Dirk Graham's got 2 goals already, and he's still red hot.
Back behind the net. Murphy off in front. A good play by Justin Lemieux, but he can't beat Barrasso. Oh, an excellent play by Lemieux of the Hawks. But in front, shot, score! Hat-trick for Dirk Graham. We're tied at 3. Pretty pass out of the corner, and Dirk Graham right on the doorstep. Bangs it home as the Hats come on the ice here, and we've got a 3-3 game in the first period.
Prior to the game, Graham had promised his teammates he'd give the best effort of his life, and his hat trick is testimony to that. As the second period begins, the score is tied 3-3. Dominic Hasek is still in the Hawks' net, and the Pens are in gear.
Oh, nice!
Now Stevens in the corner, sends it right in front. Here's Tocchet right there. He shoots and a score! The Penguins take the lead. Oh, go ahead. Make my day.
Penguins announcer Mike Lang didn't have long to warm up. Tocchet's goal came 58 seconds in. The next tally took longer, but it came.
Francis winning the faceoff. Left point, Gordy Roberts will take a slap shot that missed the target. And Jeremy Roenick of the Hawks looking for Brian Noonan. Noonan, Gilbert on either side now for Jeremy Roenick. Gilbert comes on to Roenick, shooting in front, deflected in! The Hawks have tied it. Brian Noonan, it was off his body and deflected by Barrasso. Tommy knew it immediately. He didn't even have to wait for the light to come on. The game is tied.
And as the game wears on, Chicago continues to count on Dominic Hasek. Though he hasn't played since the first series against St. Louis, Hasek is ready.
Lemieux takes the puck out of the Chicago and makes a move on Smith. Comes down, backdoor pass to Stevens. Oh, what a save by Hasek. Now in front, here's Lemieux. Stopped by Hasek. Great save again. Lemieux in on goal against Hasek. He shoots at Hasek. Robs him again. Oh, great balls of fire. Dominic Hasek stopping everything the Penguins are throwing at him. He's making some fantastic saves. Lemieux trying to go up high, and Hasek said, not this time either.
Hasek holds the fort, but in the third period, the Penguins are relentless, especially when big number 66 leads the charge.
Lemieux brings it up 2-on-2 to the Chicago end. Drop pass to Tocchet. Has Murphy open. He's there. His shot went right over the crossbar. Larry Murphy won a game for the Penguins earlier this year on a similar type of shot. Here's Murphy again. Right wing circle. Fires it and he scores! The Penguins take the lead. 5-4. Call Arnold Slick from Turtle Creek. Here's Francis back now with McEachran 2-on-1. Francis comes in, shoots and scores! Ronnie Francis beats goaltender Hasek like a rented mule. And the Penguins now lead 6-4.
2 goals down, 12 minutes to play, but Chicago still has a shot, just as long as Jeremy Roenick keeps buzzing.
Shooter right to that stop, rebound in front, score! The Hawks get a goal to make it 6-5. Jeremy Roenick, and they're not out of it yet.
Now defending a 1-goal lead, Tom Barrasso is at his best. As the moments tick away, Barrasso never budges, even as the Hawks make one final charge.
Lemieux's got the puck and he can't get it out. Right in front of deflection. Oh, what a save by Barrasso. 5 seconds to go. The Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup, I believe. Stelios shoots it blocked. The Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, Lord Stanley, get me the brandy.
Time to toast the great accomplishment. Back-to-back Stanley Cup titles for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mike Keenan congratulates Scotty Bowman, and the Penguins begin their celebration as the Blackhawks collect their thoughts. Sheer joy on the part of the Penguins, who have proved that last year was no fluke. The winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy is Mario Lemieux, the most valuable player. With 34 points in 15 games and 5 game-winning goals, Mario was truly magnificent. For the Blackhawks, a disappointing end to a great postseason, but the lessons of this spring will surely bear fruit in years to come. This time belongs to the Penguins. The cup belongs to Pittsburgh. In completing their second title, the Penguins won 11 straight games of their own. Great talent and great determination. That's what it took for it to be Pens again.
To do it twice is just, you know, I had never imagined as a kid, you know, winning it twice. I imagine winning it once, but never twice.
When we played the Rangers and we were losing 4-2, they had a 5-minute power play, I think, with 9 or 10 minutes left. We killed it off, and we scored 2 quick goals, 1 in overtime, and we scored in overtime. Ronnie Francis. I thought that was just the key that I said to myself. I went home that night and I just said, I think we're going to win the Stanley Cup.
We know we got a good hockey team. We know if we can keep this team together, we can win Stanley Cups. And I'm not saying we're going to win them every year, but you need break and you need some luck. But I'd put us against anybody. I said at the beginning of the year, if there's a team that can beat us in 7 games series, and you know, let's find them. And we haven't found them yet, so we're sitting here now.
When you take a look at our team, everybody that comes here says it's really different from other teams. It's very loose, a lot of confidence in each other. You know, look at guys like Stevens and Tocchet and Francis, Hall. They all have their little character, but they're great to play with, and they're great winners. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Later that week, a celebration rally at Three Rivers Stadium. 40,000 Penguins fans sharing in the joy, a joy shared throughout the region. A great moment for Scotty Bowman and Craig Patrick, who enabled the legacy of Bob Johnson to live on. And a great moment for the finest team in the National Hockey League, the 2-time champion Pittsburgh Penguins.
Left the building.